Kenya, where the heartbeat of Africa drums loudest, where ancient wisdom walks alongside impossible phenomena, and where 14 extraordinary revelations await to transform your understanding of what our planet can achieve. This isn't just beautiful, this is Earth's greatest classroom. Every sunrise here illuminates secrets hidden for millennia. Every footstep crosses paths that connect the cosmic to the intimate, the ancient to the urgent. What most visitors don't realize is that Kenya's greatest wonders aren't just what you see. They're what you discover. The wildebeest that calculates safer river crossings. The elephants that recognize family bones after 5 years. The trees that bleed crimson resin worth more than gold. In the next 65 minutes, we'll journey through 15 landscapes where every vista tells a story that rewrites what you thought you knew about Africa, about evolution, about the elegant intelligence woven into our world. Welcome to another Cultureverse exclusive. Another journey into our extraordinary world. The Masai Mara stretches before us like a golden ocean that breathes with life. Stand here at sunrise and you feel it. Something ancient stirring beneath the endless grass. Watch these Masai warriors choose their campsite. They walk past acres of perfect grazing, then suddenly stop. Something invisible to us calls to them, the same force that's guided their people for 8 centuries. Look closer at the Mara's patterns. See those perfect circles of emerald grass surrounded by brown. Each one marks a spot chosen by ancestors you'll never meet. Yet their wisdom still shapes this land. If you see this subscribe button in the corner, click it. It's completely free, but helps us a lot. This isn't just beautiful. It's alive with memory. But step into one of these green circles. And the Mara reveals its most stunning secret. You're standing on the foundation of a lost city. Beneath your feet, stone channels connect circle to circle across miles of savanna. These weren't scattered camps. They were neighborhoods in Africa's vanished metropolis. Engineering water systems that supported thousands of people. Every Masai Mara safari crosses streets you can't see. Through a city that thrived when London was still a village. Above this hidden metropolis, 2 million wildebeest arrive like clockwork every July. Following paths older than human memory. But gather at the Mara River's edge and witness something that will change how you see intelligence forever. The lead animals pause. The massive herd falls silent. Then, in a moment that defies everything you think you know about instinct, the leaders make a choice. They're not just following ancient programming. They're reading the river, water speed, crocodile positions, soil stability. Two million lives depend on decisions made by animals we call mindless herd creatures. This Masai Mara safari reveals nature's generals commanding the world's greatest army. From the Mara's hidden history, we journey southeast to Tsavo. Where the earth itself bleeds crimson. Step onto Tsavo's soil. And you're walking on another planet. Every footstep kicks up dust that glows like powdered rubies in the African sun. Then the red elephants emerge, giants painted by the earth itself. Moving through crimson clouds like ancient spirits returning to life. But hold a handful of this soil and feel its impossible truth. This isn't just red dirt. Every grain carries the memory of fire that fell from space. Two million years ago, something extraordinary struck this exact spot. A visitor from deep space, carrying minerals that exist nowhere else on Earth. The impact didn't just create a crater. It forged a natural pharmacy. When cosmic rock met volcanic Earth, it created compounds that heal wounds and fight infection. Every red elephant carries cosmic medicine on their skin. When they dust bathe, they're participating in a healing ritual written in the stars. Touch this Tsavo National Park soil. And you're holding stardust that became medicine. Beyond this cosmic connection, Tsavo reveals other wonders. At Mzima Springs, hippos inhabit crystal clear pools fed by underwater rivers from Mount Kilimanjaro. Ancient baobab trees punctuate landscapes sculpted by lava flows from volcanic activity. That began when this meteorite stirred Africa's geological heart. At Amboseli, Africa's giants gather in the shadow of Africa's crown. Kilimanjaro rises 19,341 feet above elephant families. Who move like grey ghosts across golden grassland. But follow these elephants closely and discover something that will shake your understanding of memory itself. Watch their paths. Every morning, the same ancient routes. Every evening, the same gathering trees. But these aren't random wanderings. They're pilgrimages guided by knowledge passed through generations. Then comes the moment that changes everything. An elephant family approaches a scattered pile of bones bleached white by African sun. The matriarch extends her trunk, touches the skull with infinite gentleness. They remembers, not just the death, but the life. The shared migrations, the seasons of drought survive together. Love that transcends death itself. As Kilimanjaro's glaciers retreat and water sources shift, these Amboseli National Park giants carry both adaptation and ancestry forward. Changing their ancient roots while honoring their eternal bonds. From Kilimanjaro's melting crown, we climb northwest into the heart of the Great Rift Valley. Where tectonic forces split Africa itself, creating a chain of lakes that function as nature's laboratories. Each lake tells a different story of chemistry, biology, and time. But together, they reveal how life flourishes in Earth's most dramatic geological theatre. Lake Nakuru unfolds before you like a fever dream painted in impossible pink. A million flamingos transform an entire lake into living art. But descend to the water's edge and witness something that rewrites the laws of physics. These birds aren't just feeding, they're dancing in perfect spirals that slowly wheel across the lake's surface. Stand perfectly still and feel it through your feet, a rhythm pulsing through the earth itself. What you're feeling is impossible. One million hearts beating in perfect synchronization. Creating vibrations that ripple through water, through earth, through your bones. But here's Lake Nakuru's most stunning secret. These flamingos are the lake's living conscience. When the water chemistry shifts even slightly, every bird vanishes overnight. Nature's most sensitive alarm system. Their spiral dances aren't just beautiful, they're life itself. Each rotation circulates nutrients that feed 67 other species, transforming a harsh alkaline lake into an oasis. You're not just watching birds. You're witnessing the heartbeat of an entire ecosystem made visible. One hour north of Lake Nakuru's Flamingo paradise, the earth splits open like a wound that refuses to heal. This is Nairobi, the place broken by itself. But step to the canyon's edge and witness something that defies explanation. Layers of white, pink, orange, and crimson stone cascade into impossible gorges carved by forces beyond human understanding. The air shimmers at 50 degrees Celsius. Temperatures so brutal they named this wonder Hell's Kitchen. Where the earth itself seems to burn with ancient fire. local elders whisper the truth about Nyari's creation. Once, a prosperous town flourished where this Kenya Hidden Gems Canyon now cuts through stone. The people grew proud, bathing in milk while their neighbors starved. Then came the vision. Everyone must leave or face divine wrath. All fled except one stubborn woman who refused to abandon her home. By morning, the town had vanished. The woman, the houses, the temples, all swallowed by earth that opened like hungry jaws. Only this impossible canyon remained, carved in a single night by forces that geology cannot explain. From Hell's Gate's ancient geology, we journey north to Kenya's most impossible landscape, where a jade-green sea shimmers in the heart of the world's largest desert. Lake Turkana stretches 250 kilometers through lunar terrain, the world's largest permanent desert lake, gleaming like an emerald jewel dropped from space. But stand on these windswept shores, and you're stepping onto humanity's most sacred ground. $3.2 million years ago, our ancestors took their first upright steps on these very beaches. Beneath Turkana's jade waters lie the bones that rewrote human history. Lucy's relatives, the Turkana boy. Fossils that prove this lake, Turkana Kenya wilderness, witnessed the birth of human consciousness. Watch the Turkana people moving with their cattle across timeless landscapes. They follow the same seasonal patterns, read the same stars, navigate by the same landmarks that guided humanity's first steps toward intelligence. In their movements, you glimpse the origin story of all human migration, the restless spirit that carried our species from these jade shores to every corner of Earth. From Marafa's supernatural canyon, we venture north into Kenya's frontier. Where the Rift Valley carved Earth's most ancient secrets, and humanity itself was born. South of Lake Turkana's human origins, Samburu National Reserve showcases evolution's most creative experiments. species that chose isolation over integration. Grevy's zebras display the narrowest stripes of any zebra species. Up to 80 individual stripes, creating patterns unique to each animal. But these aren't just beautiful patterns. Each stripe creates micro air currents that cool the skin by up to 3 degrees Celsius. Samburu's reticulated giraffes reveal another adaptation masterpiece. Their puzzle piece patterns aren't random artistic expression. They're thermal regulation systems. Each patch functions like a thermal window. Dark patches absorb heat while lighter areas reflect it. Creating air circulation patterns that cool blood flowing through surface vessels. This Samburu, Kenya ecosystem proves that in nature's harshest classrooms, beauty and function merge into perfect solutions. At Old Pejeta Conservancy, the impossible unfolds daily. Here live the last 2 northern white rhinos on Earth. And the laboratory that's rewriting the rules of life and death. meet Najin and Fatu. A mother and daughter carrying the genetic legacy of an entire subspecies. When the last male, Sudan, died in 2018, most believed their story ended. But watch what happens inside old Pejeta's cutting-edge laboratory. Scientists extract eggs from Fatu using techniques that seemed like science fiction just decades ago. These aren't just eggs. They're time capsules carrying genetic instructions 30 million years in the making. Combined with frozen sperm from deceased males, they become something extraordinary. In January 2024, scientists achieved the impossible. The first rhino ever impregnated through in vitro fertilization gave birth. Proving that Kenya wildlife conservation can literally resurrect extinct species. Mount Kenya rises 5,199 meters above sea level. Africa's second highest peak and the continent's most sacred mountain. Unlike Kilimanjaro's single dome, Mount Kenya displays three distinct peaks, Batian, Nelion and Lenana, forming a perfect triangle visible from space. Climbing through its ecological zones reveals evolution in fast forward. Alpine deserts at 4,000 meters support plants found nowhere else on Earth. But Mount Kenya holds a mystery that bridges ancient wisdom and modern measurement. GPS surveys reveal something extraordinary about human settlement patterns around the mountain. Traditional communities built their villages in a precise circle around Mount Kenya's base, each settlement exactly 100 kilometers from the summit. They achieved this geometric precision without satellites, compasses, or modern surveying equipment. Sacred geography expressed through mathematical perfection that modern GPS confirms as accurate to within 500 meters. From Mount Kenya's sacred peaks, we descend to where Africa meets the Indian Ocean. A coastline where ancient wisdom navigates modern waters. Diani Beach appears as paradise perfected. "25 kilometers of pristine white sand where Africa meets the Indian Ocean." But beneath this beauty lies intelligence that transforms survival into art. Watch the Angolan Colobus monkeys navigating above the beach road. These black and white acrobats face a deadly problem: 25 kilometers of tarmac that fragments their ancient forest highways. But observe their solution. They've learned to read human schedules, crossing roads only during specific traffic lulls, traveling power lines like tightrope walkers, and teaching their young precision timing that would impress a Swiss clockmaker. This Diani Beach, Kenya coastline has become evolution's laboratory. In just 20 years, Colobus monkeys developed behaviors never seen in their species' history. They've learned to distinguish between different vehicle sounds, stopping for trucks but ignoring motorbikes. They recognize hotel breakfast schedules, appearing exactly when food waste emerges. They've even learned to use human-built collar bridges, rope ladders specifically designed to help them cross safely. But here's what amazes researchers most. The mothers now teach traffic awareness to their babies, passing down urban survival skills that didn't exist when the parents were born. Intelligence adapting in real time. Creating new traditions faster than science textbooks can document. On Lamu Island, time moves to a rhythm older than clocks. Here, for over 700 years, Swahili scholars have preserved knowledge that modern science is only beginning to understand. Watch the Dhow captains preparing for their journey across the Indian Ocean. They carry no GPS, no modern instruments. Yet they navigate with precision that rivals satellite technology. These mariners read messages written in star positions, wind patterns, and ocean swells. Their ancestors mapped the Indian Ocean using astronomy so sophisticated that 15th century Lamu scholars calculated celestial movements more accurately than European universities. But Lamu's greatest secret lies hidden in plain sight. The narrow streets aren't random. They form a precise astronomical calendar built in stone. Each intersection aligns with specific star rises during monsoon seasons. When Swahili captains needed to know sailing conditions, they simply walked these ancient streets and read the sky's instructions carved into their city's bones. This Lamu, Kenya marvel represents navigation science disguised as urban planning, a cosmic computer built from coral stone, where every doorway and alley preserves knowledge that guided ships across thousands of miles of open ocean. "16 kilometers south of Lamu, something impossible emerges from coastal forest. Stone archways frame empty courtyards. Coral walls rise through twisted baobab roots. This is Gedi, East Africa's lost metropolis. Walk these ancient streets and feel the weight of mystery. "1,500 years ago, 2,500 people called this jungle home. They built with coral stone, traded with China, lived in luxury that rivaled European courts. Then, overnight, they vanished. Every soul, every family, every merchant and child, gone, leaving only stones and silence.
In the Great Mosque's ruins, archaeologists discovered treasures that rewrite African history. Ming Dynasty porcelain, Venetian glass, Persian carpets turned to dust. This Gedi Ruins Kenya site proves that while Europe called Africa the Dark Continent, Gedi's merchants were drinking from Chinese teacups and wearing silk from across the Indian Ocean. But here's what haunts every visitor. No mass graves, no signs of war, no evidence of disease. An entire civilization simply chose to walk away, leaving behind wealth that kings would envy. Local Giriyama elders whisper the truth. The spirits of Gedi's priests still protect these ruins. They say the old ones made their people vanish rather than let invaders claim their sacred city. From Gedi's haunted mystery, we arrive at Mombasa, where the ghosts of the past walk alongside the living present. Fort Jesus towers over Kilindini Harbour like a coral sentinel, its walls scarred by 400 years of siege, surrender, and survival. This Mombasa, Kenya crossroads has witnessed empires rise and fall. Portuguese conquistadors, Omani sultans, British colonialists, each left their mark in stone and blood. But Mombasa's true magic lies in its resilience. In the old town's narrow streets, Swahili remains the language of daily commerce, while cargo ships from Shanghai dock where ancient Dhows once unloaded ivory and gold. Every morning, the same harbour that welcomed Vasco da Gama now accommodates container ships alongside traditional dhows, proof that some rhythms transcend conquest. From coastal mysteries to urban miracles, Nairobi National Park achieves the impossible. Wild lions stalk gazelles while jetliners descend just 3 kilometers away. This Nairobi National Park represents conservation's boldest experiment, not wilderness preserved despite civilization, but wildness thriving because of careful coexistence. Here, evolution accelerates. Researchers documented something never seen in purely wild populations. A lioness who adopted orphaned antelope calves, nurturing prey as her own cub. This isn't nature compromising with progress, it's intelligence creating new possibilities when ancient wisdom meets modern innovation. Before dawn breaks over the Masai Mara, something magical begins. Hot air balloons inflate like giant flowers blooming in darkness, preparing to reveal Kenya's ultimate secret. Rise into the African sky and witness transformation. The Great Migration reveals patterns invisible from any earthbound perspective. This Kenya safari experience unveils the Mara's deepest truth. 2 million animals move as a single organism, each herd a cell in Earth's greatest living system. From this height, see what transforms everything you thought you knew about wilderness. Those emerald circles scattered across golden grassland. They mark where wildebeest grazed exactly 11 months ago. Their hooves aerate soil. Their waste fertilizes earth. Their movement patterns create abundance for millions of creatures throughout the year. This isn't just migration, it's Earth's most sophisticated agricultural system, perfected across millions of years, without human intervention. Across these 15 destinations, from the Mara's ancient intelligence to Gedi's eternal mystery, from cosmic Tsavo to sacred Mount Kenya, Kenya reveals its deepest secret. This isn't just a beautiful country, it's a living library where every landscape preserves different forms of intelligence. Geological wisdom in red cosmic soil, biological genius in elephant memory and flamingo synchronization, cultural brilliance in communities that read stars and predict rains. But here's what makes Kenya truly extraordinary. All these forms of intelligence connect. The same cosmic forces that created Tsavo's healing minerals carved the Rift Valley's flamingo lakes and Turkana's jade waters. The glacial melt, changing Amboseli feed springs throughout the rift, while Turkana's ancient shores witness humanity's first intelligent steps. Every best places to visit. Kenya, destination functions as a node in a network spanning deep time. Proof that intelligence flows through landscapes like water through rivers. This Kenya documentary reveals a truth that changes everything. Intelligence isn't human privilege, it's everywhere. In elephants tracking climate through ancestral memory, in trees bleeding cosmic medicine, in civilizations that vanish to protect sacred knowledge. Kenya teaches us that we live in a world far more intelligent, far more connected, and far more deserving of wonder than we ever imagined. This is Kenya. This is intelligence. This is home.